Stay tuned for another episode of Life in Chaos.
Oh, hello.
Hello. And
Hi.
welcome back to The Life That Beeth the Chaos.
The life that has the chaos.
The life that has the chaos. The chaos is called
Maybe
life.
we're just the
It's
chaos.
a cute, really cute, mild Cane Corso puppy.
Oh, I was like, are we getting ready to have a very different conversation than
Yeah,
this?
she's talking about she wants another dog.
Oh, no. I don't care about that. Like,
She doesn't care about that at all.
Oh.
But
I would have all the dogs.
and I don't want another dog. But it's like a 6-week-old puppy, and he's very, very cute.
Aww.
But his name is Chaos with a K.
That's so cute.
I was like,
He's
that
our
would be
mascot.
perfect.
He's our mascot. Why does Humpty Dumpty love autumn?
Because he likes to fall?
Oh, because he had a great fall.
Yeah. Okay.
Why does a nosy what does a nosy pepper do?
How do peppers have noses?
It is jalapeno business.
It's jalapeno business.
What did the mama tomato say to the baby tomato?
Ketchup!
Yay!
Sorry.
So that's what I feel like we have to do today.
Ketchup?
If we were to, and I'm hypothetically speaking, nobody is getting divorced. But if we were to walk away from our partners
Mm-hmm.
and fall into today's dating era.
Oh, God.
No.
Let's talk about it. Specifically, dating in 2026. From the outside looking in, it feels like the dating world has completely changed. No shit, Sherlock. Apps, algorithms, situationships, ghosting. People have hundreds of options at their fingertips. And sometimes I look at it all through the lens of some of my single people and go, not for me.
That's funny. Like in the morning, sometimes I listen to a radio show.
Uh-huh.
And it'll be like second date update.
Yeah.
Or like War of the Roses.
Yeah.
And you know how it's going to end every single time, but you do it anyway because you're like, oh, well, what did this idiot do?
Yeah, exactly.
Or how much of an idiot are they going to be? But like the second date things, people met on one of the apps.
Yep.
And like I thought some of these apps used to be like strictly hookup apps, or at least that's what I had heard. I may be wrong. I'm like I may have missed it because I haven't been in that.
Right.
That was after Kelly and I got together, and I've never been on. But it's like they go out a couple times. One party thinks everything seems great, and the other doesn't contact them, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there was one recently, and it was like, well, he's too nice. He must be gay. Like, well, he keeps like tampons. Maybe he's cheating on me. And he's like, my mother and my sister come to visit. Like, but the other things that this guy does, you can tell he's not like he's being
a
genuinely, and he's trying to be thoughtful, and yeah. And it's like, dude, you dodged a bullet.
You really did. I did think, and we talked about this before, that when I first met my husband and I met him in person, I thought he was gay because he kept his condo very clean. Wasn't a tissue in the trash. Like I was like, oh. But he also thought I was a lesbian, so there's that. Part true. We've been with our partners for over 20 years. Combined, I think we have about 40, almost 45 years combined that we've been with our partners. Which means the last time that any of us dated, the world looked very, very different.
Absolutely.
There were no, there really wasn't there were chat rooms.
They're chat rooms, but
there were no real apps. Right? No talking stages. I mean,
we didn't have smartphones yet.
True, right? No relationship statuses being debated on TikTok. You met someone, you talked, you spent time together, and you figured it out. You figured it all out from there. So today I want to talk about what dating in the era of options really means. Dun, dun, dun. I met my husband on a chat room. I met him online.
Hmm.
Yep, blackplanet.com. Does it still exist? Probably not. One of the biggest differences today.
Do chat rooms still exist?
Chat rooms do not exist because they're called DMs.
Well, there are
Direct
chats,
messages.
but
it's all
Hey
pretty-
Chat is now an actual
What is
like,
it?
way to
Hey
Hey-
chat.
Hey Hey, like
Uh-huh.
hello chat.
Uh-huh.
Let's get into this.
That's a thing.
And that is a terminology that people use to address their group of friends.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess I'm thinking chat rooms.
Like AOL chat room.
Yeah,
Chat.
like a group of people, they don't know each other, but they have something in common, so
That's
they go to
called
these chat
Discord.
rooms.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's called Discord. That's called Snapchat. That's called sliding into your DMs on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. One of the biggest dating apps make it possible to see hundreds of potential partners in minutes.
Mhm.
And on the surface, that sounds great, but damn it, if it is
Too
not
many choices.
overstimulated, it's like a buffet,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Well,
And you don't need to try them all.
no, you do not. Please don't.
not to mention the fact that when you have that many choices, it means that none of the choices are serious.
Yeah, none of them are meant truly for you, right? If you have a smorgasbord of penises, not every. Never mind.
No, but no, you hear people say like, but if I meet somebody at a bar, like, is that their favorite thing to do, like to go out and drink or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
But it's like, where are you really supposed to meet people? You know? So
Some people say in the frozen food aisle of the grocery store, but who goes to the grocery store anymore?
we do.
Sorry. Okay, but
Well,
y'all
there's
y'all not out there meeting people though.
No,
I
that's
mean,
true.
except
That's
for
true.
Kelly, when
Well, and
she
there's
talks
certain.
to the store clerk.
Oh, Kelly has the ability. She will stand
Mm-hmm.
isolated from anybody else, and somebody gonna come up to her and tell them her life. I mean,
Yeah.
tell her their life story,
Yeah.
and it's like, great.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's where you have to like be kind but draw boundaries.
That's very true.
And then there's me. There's me, like in the background.
Right? Do you want me to get you out of this situation?
Do you want me to call you?
Blink twice.
Yeah.
More choices, more chances to find someone compatible is not always true. But the flip side, when there are endless options, people sometimes treat relationships like they're replaceable, which is actually very true. If something feels slightly inconvenient, swipe. If someone isn't perfect, swipe. What's perfection? People are not perfect. If they seem to be too good to be true, they are.
Mhm.
If the conversation slows down, swipe. Maybe it's a slow burn. Have you like we'll read books that have slow burns and we're like, okay, cool, whatever the case is, and then we'll continue reading that book. But if a conversation stops with someone, why don't you pick it back up? Like throw in a random question. The thoughts and minds of Elizabeth. She wants to know, what was your random thought last night?
She has a billion.
It was this morning. It was about the things you put in the plants to suck up the water. Leca.
What is it?
Leca.
Yes.
What did I call it? Lila or I don't know. Seba.
And settling connection becomes less about building something and more about constantly searching for something better. The paradox of choice. There's actually a psychological concept called the paradox of choice. The more options people have, the harder it becomes to choose.
Mm-hmm.
The easier it becomes to walk away.
Sorry, that voice.
Because there's always this quiet thought in the back of your mind. What if there's someone better? One swipe away. But relationships don't grow because of endless options. They grow because people decide to invest in each other.
Well, I think too, a lot of times these days, with the apps, you can you see a picture of the people.
Yes.
From what I've heard, like,
yeah.
But and I think as a society, people are very, very hung up on appearances.
Yes.
Like, oh, this person's objectively attractive.
Yeah.
this person,
or it's AI,
Mhm.
right? Or what I really like about Love is Blind when it first started on Netflix, the first season, was the concept of falling in love with someone based solely on a emotional
Yeah.
connection. And then when you saw that person in person, you got to then put the physical with the emotional.
It's an interesting sociological study, basically.
Yes.
Like if you form that relationship on an emotional level 1st,
Mm-hmm.
do you still see the physical appearance as you would if that was your first interaction with them? You know what I mean?
It's very interesting you say that because when Al and I fell into a chat room with each other, he fell into my DMs. Yes, you did. It was, he based it off this little tiny picture, right, on the internet. And back then, the internet wasn't the internet it is now. You're talking about 25 years ago. This little tiny, you couldn't pinch and highlight, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So he fell into my chat room on this little tiny picture, and our conversations just kept flowing to the point that I was excited the next day to get back online and talk some more. And then we took it offline, and now we're having 4 and 5 hour conversations on the phone. We're falling asleep with each other on the phone, and then we finally meet in person, right? And meeting in person was very interesting because it's like, yeah, we only see this little tiny picture, and then we meet in person, and it's still that same person, but now I have a face to the,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Dating looks emotionally exhausting now. And I want to back up a bit because you all are in a position where you have a child that's old enough to date, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And how hard is that to watch them go through these new ways of going about dating through Snapchat, through TikTok, through
Well,
Instagram?
interestingly enough, he doesn't have social media. He
Oh,
doesn't
that's a
he
good thing.
doesn't want it.
Okay.
Um,
But we had kiboshed it for so long, he's just like, "I don't need it."
Yeah. Yeah.
but he sees his friends doing it and he's like, "No."
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It
it's a
was
lot.
it is he he felt it was hard enough with the amount of control
Mm-hmm.
that the one partner he did have
Mhm. It's always the first one that takes.
exerted
Mhm.
just with text.
Mhm. Mhm. For
That
somebody who's not really on their phone like that and more into, like, the sports or hanging out with the fam or, tangible things, to be glued to your phone constantly, that's not who
Mhm.
he is. And one of the things is too, is that generationally, that's not who we really are. I can put my phone away and be just fine.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, in that situation, we had developed a very good relationship with our kid.
Mhm.
And so when this person was all like, your parents are ridiculous, and your parents are this, and your parents are that,
I think we're more like my parents than your parents, who
Yeah.
argued
All the
all the
time.
time.
Yeah.
but he he was like, "No, you're wrong."
Yeah. 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 Um,
So, I mean, that was a good thing, but,
yeah.
the first blush of somebody being interested in him was caught him up.
Yeah.
Which it is very funny because up until then, he had no interest in any of that.
Mhm.
And most of his friends don't either. It's very funny to me. Um, but and then even after he's like, "Nope, not again. Nope, done."
Mhm. That's how I feel if Al and I were to ever just go our separate ways and we had this conversation. Oh my God, he's so strange. Um, and
Love
I
you,
was like,
mean it.
I will never get married again. I'm not going to do it. And so a while ago, we were sitting around just kind of bullshit and chilling out. And I don't know how we got on the subject. It could have been something we were watching on TV, but we got on the subject of divorce. And he basically told me that if he ever had to go out there to date again, that I would be the one to remind him when his date is, what he needs to wear, where he's going, and how to get there, and like do all these things. And I looked at him and said, "Why the hell would I ever do that?" And he's like, "Right, so we're not getting to work." It makes no sense to me.
It makes perfect sense.
I think if there ever came a time when we were like, this just isn't working, it would never be because of like something horrible being done.
Yeah.
And I totally think we would like build a countdown. Each have our own house.
Exactly, right? Like,
still
because you've
like,
been with that person for so long, they're like, they know you inside and out. And then it's, because I even told him, I was like, I told him this a long time ago and it kind of stuck with him. I said, if we ever got divorced, get comfortable because you're going to the basement.
You don't even have a basement.
I know. If we ever,
They used to come into our basement.
right, exactly. When we bought a house, I was like, we finally bought our house and there's a basement and a room in it. That's where you're going. For what? What do you need to leave the house for? You can stay right down there. Which is why we probably it's never gonna happen. When I talk to people who are dating today, and then I'll say a coworker of mine shared this, the words that he uses more of too many choices, definitely confusing, complicated as all get out, and very unpredictable. People aren't just dating one person. Sometimes they're dating 3 conversations at once.
Yeah, and I can't. I could never handle that.
Having more than one conversation.
Well, dating more than one person.
Yeah. No, that was sometimes they're dating 3 conversations at once, not dating one. I feel like there's a story needs to be had. What is happening? Oh,
Okay, the person I dated before Kelly. All
okay.
right. So we broke up 3 times.
Okay.
The second 2 times, we weren't together to begin with.
Okay. So, did she feel like you were dating more than one person?
I got to the point where I was like, you need to make a choice and set some boundaries.
Yeah.
Well, it was more like boundaries. There wasn't a choice.
Yeah.
Because this person was like
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah.
Well, didn't want me until somebody else
Just
did.
wanted, yeah. Oh,
And I was like, to me, it wasn't.
And they like figured out where she worked and dropped off a box of stuff that was supposed to be hers that they had doused in their perfume.
So
and
gross. That's desperate as hell. Ugh. Trying to figure out who's serious, who's honest, and who's emotionally
I'm
available.
a catch.
Huh?
I'm a catch.
You are a cat.
I'm just kidding.
And then there's the ghosting. 1 minute things feel good, the next minute silence.
Getting the ick is a real thing these days.
Yes.
And when people get it, they're gone.
Yes. Yeah. And
it
and
doesn't
honestly,
matter what it is.
it could be an ick of, I don't like the way you breathe.
Or
you could be a loudmouth breather and I don't like it.
Yeah. Or you were too nice to me at that point.
And that, to me,
That one I'll never understand.
I won't either. But there are some people who thrive in abusive relationships.
I know, but that's a whole nother problem.
Yes.
Well, and I think there's also knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you probably don't want somebody like always giving in to you.
And like, I can't imagine you in a relationship with somebody who wasn't sarcastic and funny.
I'm trying to think.
Because I don't think that would go well. Because half of the thing that is really good about us,
is that your banter.
We laugh and we banter and we have a good time, and you operate from that place a lot.
I am fluent in sarcasm, thank you.
Exactly, which she understands and gets.
And you are also fluent in, like, left-handed compliments.
Mhm.
Alright, well, yeah.
That's what
Which is not a bad thing. It can be really, really funny. But if somebody couldn't handle that,
Yeah,
that
I agree.
that would be a really bad mix.
I wholeheartedly agree. Because what 20 years of partnership has taught us is being with someone for over 2 decades changes how you see relationships. You learn that love isn't just excitement, it's patience. Oh, a whole lot of patience. Communication, compromise. That word almost like, huh, huh. Growth. The early butterflies are great, but long term love is built on something deeper.
Trust and friendship and laughter
Yes.
and love.
Yes. Consistency, showing up, choosing each other even when life gets messy. And that's something apps can't measure. What dating in 2026 really might mean. If we were to date today, any of us were to go out and date today, I think I'd focus on a few things. First, I want clarity. I want to understand you at your core. Instead of endless talking stages, I'd be honest. I'd want honest conversations about intentions. I got 2 kids. I can't have any more.
Mm-mm.
You want kids? I'm not your person.
You want some goats? I mean, they're kids, right?
Second is presence. Real connections doesn't happen through endless messaging. When are we going to meet up? Are we going to go grab coffee? My first date, if I were to ever go out, I'm not taking you to a restaurant. I'm not doing.
No, we're not gonna spend that. We're not gonna invest that much time and money
Correct.
unless we know
We
that
can
there's
go
some
walk in
sort
the
of
park.
potential. Yeah,
We can go walk in the park. We can go watch somebody play soccer. Like we can
get
go somewhere
coffee.
that doesn't cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
Right. It happens through time spent together.
take you to Costco. We'll get free samples.
That oh my god, that's probably the best date ever. And the fact that's the highlight. I love it. Costco free samples date night.
My stepmother used to take me there for lunch on the weekends.
I mean, you ate good. And third would be patience because meaningful relationships take time to grow. Not everything worth having happens instantly. And if it does, it wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I was reading a book, listening to a book. It was an audiobook.
But she likes real books.
I do.
I like actual books. Real books. I read real books. No, it was just like it's just, and we both had the same reaction. Like
Different episode. Sorry, guys.
oh shit, I forgot. Never mind. I forgot where we were.
But anyhow, there was a part of it where the person who had written it was writing about falling in love
Uh-huh.
and falling in love with their partner and how for them that was a feeling of being safe
Mm-hmm.
and feeling of being like calm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then talked about the fact that it's not like what is talked about with the butterflies in the stomach and like knees knocking
That's
and,
gas.
and all this stuff. And he's like, if you really think about all of those descriptions, it's an anxiety attack.
It is an anxiety attack. You're right. The anxiousness of, oh, is this person going to like me? Is this going to happen for me? If you can fart around each other, you're in it to win it. The truth about relationships is technology has changed how people meet, but it hasn't changed what relationships actually require. And Kelly said it best: trust, respect, effort, and emotional maturity. Those things mattered 20 plus years ago, and they still matter today. Yep. So if you are out there navigating the dating world right now, bless you.
Best of luck, my friend.
Best of
soldier on.
luck. It can be confusing. It can be daunting. It can be the world of the unknown, but understand that meaningful relationships, they still do exist. They just require patience, honesty, and people who are willing to stop swiping long enough to actually build something. My cousin did that. So she met her boo thing literally unintentionally. She had been married for a little bit, and her ex-husband was a piece of hardcore shit.
They were split before.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she's long divorced. Yeah. So she's been divorced for a good while now, and it actually the way they met is kind of dark, but my cousin passed away suddenly, and it was his funeral. And so
Not the cousin that's
no,
dating.
no. My cousin,
So
my
really
the cousin I'm
hard.
talking about is almost like a sister to me.
Okay.
And so we call each other cousin sisters without being totally disgusting. And I've invited her, and I'm saying this out loud because she does listen. You need to bring your ass in here. But anyway, so she and my mother were going to my other cousin's funeral. I didn't go. And
This is my brother. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
and so she was trying to find parking on where to park. And this guy was directing people where to park. And she first noticed him and was like, oh, he's attractive, but didn't think anything of it and kept on moving. Fast forward, they're walking to the burial or whatever, and he kept watching my cousin. And long story short, they are now together. They met literally by chance, and it was one of those moments of they probably would have never met in any other circumstance. And now they've been together for a year and a half.
What was he at the funeral as well, or was he?
He was at the
working?
funeral because he worked for the funeral home.
Okay.
And yeah, crazy. He's a very nice, very nice. So I met him last Christmas, not this past Christmas, Christmas before. And she brought him around, and me and my mouth. Immediately he walks in, and I go, damn, you look good. My husband was standing right there. He's like, yeah, he's a good looking guy. Damn, you fine. But it's crazy because, I had lunch with my cousin recently, and that was a question that I had for her. It's like, she told me that he's not her typical type. But he treats her with the utmost respect and decency. And literally, like, they are very disgustingly loving to each other. I'm like, that's not you. She's like, I know. But it just goes to show dating in today's world, you will find whatever you're looking for without even trying.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be open to the possibilities. And on that note, I'm going to stick with what I know. And that is
Your husband?
Because dating in this world is not for the weak, and I am too complicated to do it.
Mhm.
Until next time, be gentle with yourself. And please protect yourself, not just your heart, but everything else. They got things out there for reasons, people. Use them.
No love without a glove.
No love, no glove. No club, no love. So, no club. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Visit us at lifeandchaospodcast.com to learn more about your chaos coordinators and find all the ways to listen.